Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara, or Lara Likes Mascara. Today's video is mostly an overhead style video where I'm filming my makeup collection from above and showing you the changes that I'm making, what I'm swapping in and out of my daily makeup bag, products I've gotten tired of and products that I'm really excited to bring into my daily makeup use again. But I did want to film just a brief introduction and outro because the video felt incomplete without that. I have been using the same products in my daily makeup bag for ages now. I think the only things that I have switched out recently have been the eyeshadow palette that I have been using and also the regular powder that I've been using with the eyeshadow palette. I just had it in there. I don't know. It feels like it had been months that I was using that eyeshadow palette and nothing else. And so obviously I was getting a little bored of that. So I decided to bring something new in, actually a few new products. Not actually new, but like to me it feels new because it's been so long since I reached for something else. So that's a great way to get more use out of the other products in your collection and still feel like reinvigorated by your collection by allowing yourself certain periods of time in which to use designated products. I mean, that's the whole idea behind my blush roulette project and why it has been so successful. A lot of the products that I'm using in my daily makeup bag obviously are staying the same because there's some things that I'm trying to project pan, some things that I'm specifically working on. So obviously I'm not switching out my blush because it's not yet the end of the month, but most of the other products I am switching out. And I filmed the video yesterday, and so today in getting ready and doing this makeup look, I got to use all of these exciting products that I had not used in ages, and it was so fun. Like, I loved getting to reach for different products. That's all I wanted to say. We can get into my little fall makeup bag now, and yeah, I highly encourage you to do this as well. I think I used to do it monthly, but I'm doing it seasonally now, and that's just what worked for me. So I will catch you on the flip side. All right, so here is what we're looking like. Generally, the backdrop behind me is kind of like this. It's pretty chaotic. There's also usually a lamp over there, which I have moved. You can see that my microphone is right there, but other than that, these are all the things that just like live here. Also, the lighting is looking pretty crazy, so I might add another light. Be right back. All right, we're back. So as I mentioned in the intro, I really need to do a changeover of the products in my daily makeup bag. I have not done that in ages. I used to film these sorts of videos probably every few months to every 6 months, and that really held me accountable, but I haven't done that in ages. And so I've just sort of switched out products one by one. If I really felt like I needed to change my eyeshadow palette, then I did that. If I wanted to change my blush as part of my blush roulette, then obviously I did that. But I haven't done a full look at like which products I haven't reached for in ages, in a long time. So let's do that now. This is not makeup. This is like, honestly, if you guys have tips, I would super appreciate knowing what you do with all of your like misc items that mostly belong in the bedroom. This is corded earphones, I've got hair clips, I've got headbands, elastics, all of my nail polishes, more elastics, scrunchies. As I was saying, this is mostly hair products, so if you have any suggestions of like how to store these things, I feel like my makeup storage is pretty under control. You know, I've got little containers, I've got this big thing, whatever, but like hair storage, should I be following people on like YouTube or TikTok to show like how to deal with hair stuff? I don't know, that's just a completely different realm, but yeah, this has always been chaos and I don't really know what to do about it, but we're gonna ignore it for now. These are obviously all of my like regular lip containers. None of these are currently in my like project pan or daily makeup bag, but I'm kind of okay with that because they all just look so nice in there and I like it being fairly cohesive. Ooh, that reminds me, I just recorded a TikTok yesterday where we were showing all of my dark lip products and I totally forgot to include the dark ones that are in here, which are these two, but that's fine. Maybe I'll add an addendum to that. Okay, and then this. So what this immediately makes me think of is this Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. In my most recent video, I was talking about how I need to add this into my daily makeup bag, like in the bathroom, in order to use it, because otherwise I'm not going to, and I haven't done that yet. So this is coming with me into the bathroom so that I use it. I wanted to get it done by the end of 2024. That's not gonna happen, but I'm still gonna try to get some more use out of it because I've been reaching for this one way too often. Another thing here is that this is a lip balm that, just because it's like convenient, it's right there. I've been reaching for it so much and it's really started to show, which is great. But I'm thinking I want to use this in my 2025 project pan. So I think I should stop reaching for this so that the progress is more impressive next year. So we're going to put that like in my drawer down there so that it is out of sight, out of mind. So these two are moving. These are obviously all blushes and they all have their like assigned time. So I don't need to worry about that. This will get up there afterwards. Oh yes, this is something that I wanted to do. So actually these, I want to rotate these into my daily makeup bag because I never reach for them. So I think I'm going to start with this pink one. I'm thinking I might declutter it if I don't find a way to make use of it. So this one coming into my daily makeup bag. This one I will switch out after. Gonna leave the rest of those. Oh man, I really should rotate this into my daily makeup bag, but because my MAC highlight is in my daily makeup bag, that is what I've been focusing on, I think, all year. Like, I don't think I've used this all year. So probably 2025. Again, this is something that I am going to be focusing on. So this is good to keep in mind for next year. Like, obviously it's October, so there's still lots of time. But I encourage you to like look through your collection and sort of peruse what products you want to be thinking about next year, if not the end of this year. I really like all three of these products, but they're kind of like special things. They're not daily makeup products, so I'm gonna leave those there. This is a perfume. Oh man, okay, I should probably rotate this into my daily makeup bag because it's just a single eyeshadow, and I feel like this is good for like the fall and winter. Just, you know, nice basic sparkle. It's pretty dispersed, so it could kind of go all over the lid. And then, okay, this is a product that, again, next year I am planning to focus on. I need to do some kind of project where I focus on the products that have been most underappreciated in my collection, and this is definitely one of those. So again, 2025 project. And then, yeah, both of these I love, and I get lots of organic use out of them, so I'm going to keep that there. This is more of a spring summer product, I find, so I honestly don't know if I'm going to reach for that the rest of this year. Probably not. Also, this Fenty product. I tried to rotate this into my daily makeup bag recently, and I don't know, I used to love it, and I didn't end up reaching for that. So that's something to think about for next year. And then those two, yeah, I'm going to leave those there. I get organic use out of them. And then up here, we've got my blushes and some eyeliners. Ooh, you know what? I should rotate these in for fun because I feel like October is like a more fun time for makeup. So I'm going to rotate those into my makeup bag so I get some more color into my daily looks. Okay, now that we have looked through all of that, I also want to look through my mascaras because I think I've had the same mascaras in my daily makeup bag for literal months. Like, I've changed maybe one out. Here I've got a bunch of the mascaras. Okay, here are the current options. I feel like some of these are borderline dried up. Oh, there's a fifth. So it probably makes more sense to have some of these in my daily makeup bag. Like this one, I'm pretty sure it's like, it's almost there. So definitely gonna add that in. And let's have a think about that. And let's pull in my daily makeup bag and see what I want to take out and how much I still need to replace, because I have more makeup under here that we may look at. Let's move these though. So these are the like powder products that are currently in my daily makeup bag. I actually just rotated in this Naked Heat palette because I had a palette that I had been getting kind of bored of, and I had two events this week that I really wanted to do makeup looks that I loved for, like a staff party and then a friend's birthday. And this is just my favorite palette. So I did some great eye looks with those. Didn't get great pictures because I did them in the evening, so you know, not great lighting. I will probably keep this one in because I just love it so much, but I might take a look to see if there's other palettes that I want to get some more use out of. I'm gonna be keeping in my blush roulette blush, obviously, and this powder. I actually just rotated this out. This is what made me want to switch out my makeup bag, because I had been working on, is it here? Yeah, I had been working on this MAC powder for so long, and I haven't showed this yet. I actually hit pan on it. Look at that. So I thought I should try to use this up in 2025, but I want to save that usage for next year. So I decided to put it away and rotate in this CoverGirl blush, which there's so much left. I've got a lot of product with that one, so no chance of hitting pan anytime soon, but next year you will see me working on this one. And then I might rotate out this bronzer. I have really grown to quite like it. It's a good, just like basic bronzer, but yeah, I've had it in for a while. And then here, this is a little bit of chaos. So I mean, if you watch most of my videos, you've probably seen that I've been working on this for a while. This is my like standard go-to foundation when I'm not using that Dior one. This is the brow gel I'm currently using. Okay, so yeah, a lot of this is just items that I'm going to be keeping in there. This is my decluttered blush, well, lipstick that I'm trying to finish off as a blush. Merit cream highlight I'm trying to finish. Like, a lot of these things are just either in my project pan or with concealer. This is the only concealer I have in my collection. This is the only like contour wand that I have, so that's all staying in there. This I'm gonna rotate out because this is gonna be replaced by that other Revlon Color Stay product. So bring that in, take that out. And then mascaras, I think, are something that we can take out. How many have we got in here? I'm guessing 4. Yeah. So 4 of these, so I can bring in 4 new ones. Oh my god, this is just such a struggle. This, I need to get into some kind of project next year because that's the only way I'm going to use it. I just don't reach for it. Like, this is the most challenging product to use in my collection, I'm pretty sure. Oh, sorry, we've got 5 mascaras in there actually, and not 4. That's my bad. And yeah, I think all the rest of that stuff can stay in there. Those are just constants. Although, actually, let's rotate out that maroon eyeliner because we're going to try to be using the red eyeliner from now on, and also that green one. That'll be fun. So toss everything else back in there. And of course this, we want to give this some love. Okay, and then mascaras. So these were the 5 that we had in before. So I want to have at least one that is non-waterproof, which I think, yeah, all of these are waterproof. So let's keep this one in because I want this to turn into a brow gel pretty soon. The only way to do that is to use up enough of it that there's so little product left that it will work as a brow gel. So keeping that in there. I want to have one favorite. I haven't had this in for a while. Let's do that. Let's rotate that one in, and then I think maybe one more. Let's do the Cannonball. Yeah. Well, let's have some high-end mascaras in there this month. Okay, so all the rest of these keeping out, this one keeping in, and now we have to think about eyeshadow palettes and a different bronzer to rotate in. Man, look at all those mascaras. I should probably put some back in the mug container thing, but most of them will go in here in this drawer. So if you're unfamiliar, this is where I keep most of my makeup. That shouldn't be there. This is mist and eyeliners. This is lip products, and this is mascaras. And then I've got, first of all, let's put those mascaras in here. So many mascaras. This is why, yeah, they're not all gonna fit. This is why I need to do like a mascara project next year so that I can actually focus on all of them equally. And this is why I need to do a dark lipstick project pan next year, because look at all these that I never use. Literally never use. Okay. And then here are all of the eyeshadow palettes. Ooh, and I want to put this in here so that I am not tempted to reach for it. I need to be using a different lip balm on the daily. Lastly, I have this container of new products. So actually, I might as well show you. My mom gave this to me. I'd heard of this brand, I think from Sarah Rose. I believe it's a Korean beauty brand. And this supposedly has SPF. It's a bit of a dark shade on me. Like, it's better for summer, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this before next summer, but because it's got SPF in it, I don't even know how long it's going to last. But anyways, yeah, I think I've used this twice just because of the shade. And then I've got some other products. These, my mom gave me both of them. This is the same as the Dior foundation, but in different shades. And then I've got some products that my friend decluttered to me, and a lip liner that my sister gave me. She doesn't know that I don't wear dark lips. So anyways, I just keep those in a separate container because I guess I'm saving them, or I'm not reaching for them because I don't need them yet. But yeah, I just wanted to disclose that. Another like maybe 2025 thing, you know what I mean? So many things I'm like, oh, next year I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that project, I'm going to open that product that I've never used before. We'll see. Maybe I'm over optimistic right now. But let's focus on an eyeshadow first, and then we will see if there's anything we got to do with this. And this needs to go back in here. This I think I was using for a little bit, but honestly I did not get enough use out of this summer. I used to love oranges and I just find them hard to reach for now. Okay. I don't want to show you everything in here because I do have my makeup inventory coming up soon, and not that there's going to be surprises because it's not like I have new products, but you know, it's nice to not show everything right now when you'll be seeing it again in 2 months. Okay. Oh, I see. There's these two products that I have barely let myself reach for at all this year because of a certain project of mine. But 2025, you bet I'm going to be letting myself use that. Okay, so what I need is 1, possibly 2 eyeshadow palettes and a bronzer. Yes, okay, this is the bronzer that I want. This little Kevin Aquan one. It also is nice because this highlight works as like inner corner shade and also on the brow bone. You can see I've got some use out of that, but this seems like it'd be so easy to pan. Like, this is so small. Let's see. So these are each 2.5 grams. Actually, that's not that small. I mean, this is massive. This is 25 grams, so it's literally 10 times the size. But I think this is 3.5. Oh no, this is 6. Okay, so yeah, this is fairly doable. I feel like I could get that bronzer finished if I want to. Not that that's like how I'm choosing a product, but it just feels so much more manageable when I'm working on a product. Like, I like to see progress, you know what I mean? I like to see that there's product around here. I like to hit pan. So yeah, I need to be working on that again. And this is a nice like neutral nude palette for fall, but I feel like I always get excited about it and then I don't know, it's like underwhelming, but maybe I'll have this in for a few weeks. I also am going away to the US for 4 days next week. I think that I will pack like a separate makeup bag for that. There are some events which are like, I'll need to have a very specific look for, but I don't know if I would cater my makeup around that. I don't know. You'll probably see, I think I'll post some pictures. It'll be a surprise though of what it is. Definitely not like influencer or YouTuber related. I feel like this would probably be the palette that I bring for that because this is just such a good go-to, like very pretty. There's shimmers, there's mattes, and it's handy to travel with. It's not that big, obviously. That's probably what I will bring. Maybe I'll put that aside for now. And what other palette do I want to use? I see some palettes that I haven't reached for in a while, but I want to save those for more winter. The one that I want, I think, is still in here. I think I keep it separate. Yeah, here it is. Okay. It's time. This to me is such a fall winter palette, partially because I got it in the winter, but also look at these shades. Come on. So nice and earthy. Oh, I can't wait to reach for this again. The yellows in here, I mean, they don't even look that yellow, but they're just so nice and rich. And I love a like one and done matte shade. I know some people love a one and done shimmer shade, but for me, like an all over the lid matte is perfect. And even that is like a nice one and done shade. I remember loving this palette. So I think I'm gonna have all three of these palettes in for now. This seems like a super versatile trio and just very exciting because I had that same palette previously in my makeup basket for so long. I'm not going to pull it out now, but it was a fairly new to me palette, so I had been trying to get use out of it. But these are just, I just want new fall products in my daily makeup basket. So I'm going to have these and this, and then put this one back. This is going to come with me on my trip, as I mentioned. I can put this away. Ooh, and I'm going to put this one back. Not going to reach for that anymore because I have such like burgundy shades that I can use as eyeshadow or eyeliner. And we also need a lip product, a lip balm. So I'm going to use this one as my like basic go-to lip balm. I'm going to use some now actually. And that's probably not the right place for it, but I think that, yeah, this is looking pretty barren. Like at some point I need to figure that out. Is that too high? Like look at how much height I have here and here that I'm just not making use of. I don't have that many tall products. I don't know. What do you recommend I do about that? Just constantly looking for recommendations. And then some of these I'm going to put in the mug. Okay, so I'm going to put these ones in here. I think we can put 4. Great. That's looking somewhat manageable. And that lip liner goes in there. This has got me really excited for the next little while of makeup because it's so many new things to be reaching for that I have not, as I mentioned, I haven't switched out everything in literal months. So excited for all these palettes and also really excited to do my makeup inventory because I think every year, obviously my collection changes, but I think there's been quite a few changes since last year. And I want to count how many products I have in total because it's so much more manageable than it used to be. So that will be coming probably end of November or sometime in December. This is a fan that I got from a Bridgerton event. Oh, I'm obsessed with it. And maybe I could put this in the makeup tower. Is it? Oh, it's a little too tall. I don't know if that's gonna work. I just don't know what to do with it. Like I just leave it here most of the time because it's just such an awkward shape. Okay, this one higher. Okay, should I do that? Yeah, I feel like that's fine. That's not. And then these two products are together because I use my spray obviously, and then I fan my face. But yeah, this is what this is looking like. Way too much height here that I'm not making use of. Suggestions are appreciated, but that is how things are looking for my fall makeup bag for the rest of August and probably for the rest of October and probably November as well. Oh my god, this is so many new products to play with. Not new, but new to what I'm used to using. So highly encourage you to do this sort of thing as well, where you rotate products in and out of your collection, because then it is exciting. You don't need to actually buy new products in order to feel excited about doing your makeup, because it's products that you haven't reached for in ages. So there is still that level of like exciting and like kind of newness as well. But that is everything for today. Taking this and putting this back. This is gonna be my daily makeup bag. And yeah, thank you so much for watching today. Let's hop into the outro. Bye. I didn't talk too much about lips because, as I mentioned, that is something that I rotate in and out organically with my different purses. But I will just quickly show you the products that have regularly been in my makeup rotation and some other ones that I'm trying to factor in. So I've got 6 products that I regularly use, some more than others. Obviously this NYX matte lip cream I've been trying to finish for ages. It has been in my project pans on and off. This is what I'm wearing today in tandem with this Annabelle lip liner. This is in my graveyard project pan / lipstick project pan. Yeah, this is a great pinky nude, very much a go-to. And this lip liner from e.l.f. I have been loving. I have to be careful because I can't use too much of it because it's so brown. So I really just put it just around the edges of my lips and then fill it in with something else, like this NYX matte lip cream, or even with this CoverGirl Yummy Fresh gloss. I also love this. I really like the effect that it gives, but it's just not as wearable. Like a sticky gloss is not as wearable to me as a matte lip product because it wears off so much quicker. If you're drinking or eating, like it gets all over the rim. When you're outside, it makes your hair stick to it. So I do like this gloss a lot. It's just not as wearable as a matte lip product. Another matte lip product is this Jason Wu Honey Fluff. I don't think I mentioned it too much on my channel, but this has been one of my favorite lip products of the year. It's just so good because it lasts so long. It dries down so beautifully. Definitely a favorite this year. And then this, if I need like a darker lip liner, this one from NYX. I have been trying to reach for a bit more, although it is tougher for me to reach for darker lip liners, but I'm also trying to factor in some other dark products like this Revlon one, which I did wear the other day, and I love the look. I will insert a picture here. I wore it out to my friend's birthday party, and this is just a much more wearable dark lippy because you can sheer it out so much. So that's great. And then this lip product is in my lipstick project pan as well, but I have not reached for it in ages. So I need to remind myself to do that. I'm gonna keep this by my desk as like one of my go-to lip products during the day while I am on my laptop. So yeah, these are all of the lip products that are in regular rotation for me. It's a lot. It's a lot. I have now somehow turned into one of those people who has a million lip products in their bag at all time, but I'm okay with it. I really like all of these. So that is it for today's video. Those are all of the makeup products that I am looking forward to using over the next probably 1 month to 2 or 3 months. Let me know what you think. How often do you rotate in your makeup products, or do you not do it that way? I'm always curious to hear about how other people use their makeup collections. I do want to quickly talk about a book that I have been reading lately. So this is called Sandwich by Catherine Newman. I mean, you can see my rating there. I read this because it was recommended by Modern Mrs. Darcy or Anne Bogle. And at the beginning, I really did not like it. Like the first third, I was like, am I gonna not finish this book? It's just not really for me. But I did like it more by the end. I got more engaged. Basically, it is about a woman. I don't think it ever says like how old she is, but just based on the age of her children, she didn't seem like she was that old. Like I would guess like 50s. Yeah, somewhere between like early 50s, maybe early 60s max. And it's during the summer, her kids who are like undergraduate age come to this cottage that her and her husband rent every summer, and they do this whole family thing for 1 week every single summer. And then the woman, her parents have also come for that week during the summer, and it's a sort of lovely, like, she is the sandwich generation, so her children are there and her parents are there, and it's just like, you know, how the dynamics play out across families, and especially when you're not living with these people anymore. Obviously she had a very different relationship with her kids when they were in her house, but now they live at university or wherever, so she doesn't see them that frequently. I think this would probably resonate more with people who are in her age range, but I'm just not at that point. So I am more interested in like the lives of her children, like university age students, than someone who is like retiring or close to retiring and like thinking about their university age students. I thought it was mostly well written. The main character was kind of annoying, and something that bugged me was that she was always talking about how like old and saggy she was. Like, I'm not exaggerating here. Probably every other page she was talking about how like disgusting her legs looked, or how like droopy and saggy her boobs were. Like, in a way that felt, I think, like, I felt offended because it was so much about like how it was associating age and the aging process with like ugliness and unsexiness and like not being found attractive in a way that really rubbed me the wrong way. And I think especially if I was older, like we don't need to be emphasizing how aging is a bad thing and how like youthfulness is like what should be desired. Do you know what I mean? Other than that, I liked it as a book. I didn't love it. I thought it deserved 4 stars. It was more like a 3.5 star to me, but you can't really do that on Goodreads. But anyways, I don't think I would recommend it. If that sounds interesting to you, go ahead. But yeah, wasn't a favorite. Thinking back on it now, I'm like, I probably should have given it 3 stars. But anyways, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next week.